Hi, this is Dirk with Remodel AI, and I'm going to jump into a user image. Lisa, thank you for uploading your image. We're going to help Lisa replace her windows to match her new garage doors. I'm going to use a couple different tools, so instead of jumping into these tools individually and saving and repeating, I'm just going to use the editor, but it works the same way as using the individual tools. I'm going to load up your image, which I believe I put on Google Drive, and yes, here it is. So Lisa had these new garage doors installed. I really love these garage doors. Black is very trendy right now, and so she'd like to have windows that match the garage doors. And I also personally love black windows, and I think she wants to replace these arches and maybe just have windows. So I'll show you a couple different ways you can go about doing that, and then you can play with it yourself and figure out what you want to do. But the first thing I would probably do is let's give it the black windows first and then deal with reshaping second. So let's go to tools. I'm going to say reskin, and I am going to use a small brush, and I'm going to tell it I want to reskin, and basically I want these windows to be black. Now you could do a much better job here, in terms of getting it exactly on what you want it to recolor, but you don't have to. In fact, that's probably good enough. So I'm going to go to next, and let's just type in black windows and see what comes out. That did not work at all. Interesting. Now why is that? Let's go back and try a bigger mask. Maybe I missed a couple pixels or something. I'm not sure. Sometimes if you miss a couple pixels, basically the AI will say, well, I'm going to keep this color because it sees the couple pixels of exposed color. So let me just try again, black windows. That's better. Oh, I really like that. So that kept the frame white, which probably makes sense because the framing is white here. Well, not white, but whatever color this is. And that's pretty good. I like that one even better. So let's go with this one. So just click accept. But again, we wanted to go back and change the top here. So now we're going to do replace instead of reskin because we don't want the AI to keep the same existing structure. We want it completely changed. And what we're going to do is we're just going to paint over this. You could do these individually. You don't have to do them at the same time. But I'm going to try them both at the same time just to save some time. See if we can get it to remove those arches. We could type in something here. I guess let's type square windows. You may not even need to type anything. You can play around with different prompts to get different effects. But let's just give it a little hint with square windows and see if it gets it right. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, let me see. They all look pretty decent. Maybe the last one, let's look at them like this. Probably this one. And I like that because the black windows match the garage door, match the lights, and black and white. Black and white is very in right now, very modern. So this, I think, is what you were looking for, Lisa, but let me know if you want something more. But you can play around with this yourself. I'll upload this image so you can look at it, but you can probably spend a little bit more time, with more exact mask, and so you won't get this little line here. If you upscale that, it'll go away. So you could go in and say, let's actually just try that upscale. Let's use the accurate upscaler. Let's see if it improves that a bit. It still has the line a little bit. Undo. Let's try upscale, creative upscaler, but turn the strength way down. Nice house. You could put prompts here to kind of encourage the upscaler in certain directions, but I'm just going to put nice house so that it keeps the same basic house. And it messed up the driveway, but it did fix this. So what we probably want to do is go back to upscaler, creative upscaler, and turn the strength down even more. Let's try 0.3. And you don't even have to do this step. If you're just trying to get an idea of what you like, you don't need to upscale the image necessarily to get the most resolution and the best looking image, because you're just trying to find out what you like. But sometimes you like to have a nice final result to save and hang on to show other people. And the upscale function produces a better looking image. Yeah, it did better. It added snow on the car, which is not what we wanted. So I'm going to try one more time. The prompt, I don't think is really important here. The strength basically sets how much creativity the upscaler can use when it's upscaling. Because that's what it's actually doing, is it's adding details that aren't there. So it's cheating when it upscales the image and says, okay, I know this is wood, so I'm going to add some wood grains. And I understand this is stucco, so I'm going to add some stucco texture that's not actually in the image. That's probably better. It added a weird toy here. You could actually go and now use the replace tool to remove that. So the image is huge now, so when I use the replace tool, I can only work on a certain area of the image. So I'm going to go and say, let's remove this. I don't even know what that is. It looks like a kid's motorcycle toy. I'm not even going to give it a prompt, because when it removes it, it will most likely replace it with nothing, which is fine. That's a little... Oh, I see that the garage doors aren't level, so that makes sense. It needs to actually fix the driveway because the doors aren't level. I didn't notice that. So there's some slant there. That's probably a best looking one. I don't know what's there in reality. I didn't look at the before picture too closely, but any of these will work. And great, I will save and upload that image. Hopefully that helps you out, Lisa, and gives you some ideas on how you can play around with this and get the best effect. Thank you.